Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Obviously today we've got a Red Eyes deck profile. I'm actually surprised it's taken me this long to do one for the channel. Red Eyes is actually my favourite monster. This and Jinzo are my favourites. Nostalgically, Joey was always my favourite character in Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, finally getting around to it. I just got the ulti Flare Metal as well, so it feels good. Also, yeah, looking forward to this one. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Really helps the channel out, and there will be some cool stuff coming up soon. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's just get into it. It's not your traditional list. It's a little bit weird, it's a little bit wacky. But yeah, unfortunately, these are the only Red Eyes I have at the moment from the LDS 1, Season 1. But yeah, 3 Red Eyes, and then for the last normal monster, of course, we're playing the Dark Magician. The reason it's common is because I don't want to draw it. If you draw Red Eyes, you can kind of still play, but if you draw the Dark Magician, it's just not great. So I'll play the common to try and avoid that. But yeah, I think 3. So I was toying around with maybe playing 2, but I felt like 3 was good. 1 Red Eyes Flare, because obviously if you send this to the graveyard for Ravine, this is actually a normal monster in the grave, so you can detach from Flare Metal to bring this back if you need. And then I'm playing 2 Malefic, because obviously if you open one, you can search something else, or you can search the second one to make another, to make Flare. It's very, very easy to do that. And then my favourite package for things at the moment is obviously 3 Black Metal and 1 Darkness Metal. I'm actually playing this in Despia at the moment. You'll see why in that video. It's very, very good, and it's very cool. But yeah, Black Metal just gets you this, and it just makes seals really, really easy. Then for the last Red Eyes monsters, we're playing 1 Wyvern. You normally send this off Insight so that you can get a reborn of something in the end phase if you haven't normal summoned. And then you got 1 Gearfried. This is good. Like Chaos Space can get this, and this can get you started, or if you discard this, you could be able to make Slash Dragon. This is why it's in here though, to make Slash Dragon. So yeah, there's those. Then onto our level 7 extenders. We are playing 3 Nocto Vision, 1 Vishuda, and 1 Dragon Ruler. Obviously this is the one you want to see most, because it gets you a draw, and it will protect your set cards. So like your Return of the Red Eyes or Red Eyes Fang with Chain, it will protect those. Tempest, obviously you banish a summon. This you just summon it and then you play, and then you can make something later. But yeah, you got Tempest as well. Then for like more extenders or more starters, I've got 2 Safer for a start, for more starters. Then I've got a white, I've got black, and obviously I've got Chaos Dragon Levy in here. Yeah, Safer is obviously just very good, gets you into these and easily can start the ball rolling for you. And then obviously this is actually very good for being able to add back this from the grave, or recycle some fusion monsters that I have inside the extra deck that I'll show you shortly. Then going on, the last 2 dragons, Fallen of Albaz. Like, I love this lore. Fallen of Albaz, Despia, Dogmatica, I've loved all that stuff. I've had a playset of these secrets since Rise of the Duelist came out, and finally they're starting to like see more and more support, which is exciting. The structure deck, there's going to be a cool series for that from my channel. I'm really excited for this stuff. But yeah, we're going to summon this from seals, and then we're going to super poly with whatever they've got on their field, and we've got some targets in the deck to do that. But very, very good. And then the only hand trap we run is Nibiru. The reason we run Nibiru is because this triggers our spheres, and then also a light fusion with Albaz is the best you could hope for, because then you get a second fusion as well. Also for this package, shout out to Wise Guys, and I think his name's Tim Rokoff. He's the one that I saw playing it in just normal Dragon Link. I will be doing that as well. It's pretty cool. I'll probably put a link down in the description box below. It's very, very cool deck profile. That Tim Rokoff seems to be a very good duelist. I like a lot of his deck profiles. He plays some cool stuff like Buster Blader, Dragon Link, Despia. Is really, really cool. But yeah. Then for the Red Eyes spells, I've got 2 Insight and 2 Red Eyes Fusion. I'll play the 2 because it doesn't matter. If you draw 1, you can summon it, and then obviously we do have 2 fusion monsters, so we could do it again. And Insight is obviously you can get stuff into the graveyard if you need it, and then you can also get some of the traps. Then of course 3 Chaos Space. Chaos Space is absolutely broken. It's basically, this is just gets your plays going, and it's also a draw. So obviously Chaos Space is very, very good. 2 Allure of Darkness, just to get digging a little bit. Like, I know we already have quite a lot of draw power, but just feels silly with the amount of darks that we play not to play Allure of Darkness. Then for one-offs, we've got quite a few. We've got 1 for 1, obviously to get our black metal. Got Monster Reborn, worked very, very well on the deck if you just need like another 7, or you need to reborn something else. We've got Ravine that we're going to add from Romulus. This can obviously put your Tempest in the graveyard to be able to summon it back to make your Flare Metal even easier. Got Boot Sector. This is just literally to chain block, but also then you can use it as discard fodder for either your Fallen of Albaz or your Dragoon Negate. Then we've got Branded in White. This is obviously what we're going to add back from our Albaz fusions when they go to the graveyard when you pop them, and I'll show you what those are. And then for like go in second spells, we just play 3 Dark Ruler. I don't mind because you should be able to Dark Ruler, clear off everything, and then set up enough that your opponent won't be able to play. So 3 Dark Ruler, I think is really, really good at the moment. And then the last 2 cards of the deck are obviously traps, and I'm playing 1 Fang with Chain. You use this and you can equip something to your Flare Metal. You obviously can't equip to Dragoon because Dragoon can't be targeted. And then Return of the Red Eyes is just a double Monster Reborn. So you reborn, and then if you control a Red Eyes, and then if it's destroyed you can reborn a Red Eyes again. So pretty good. That came up a couple of times. It was pretty nice, I won't lie. Going off into the extra deck though. So we're only playing 1 XYZ, we're just playing the 1 Flare Metal. I know some people play like Big Eye and stuff like that, but I'd rather like set up like a couple of links with a Flare Metal, Dragoon, and a Spheres is perfect, you know. So yeah, 1 Flare Metal is absolutely crazy. This card basically alone won me a game against Striker, against Sky Striker, because they just burned themselves too much after Verte in for a Fusion Enforcer. So very, very good card. Then for our links, we've got 1 Striker Dragon. Obviously, this is obviously what we need to chain block to add the Boot Sector with the Black Dragons, with Black Metal, or with the Baby Chaos Dragons. We've got 1 Pisty. It doesn't come up very much, because obviously we don't play to be able to move, but it's in there just in case. We've got 1 Spheres. Obviously, this is very, very good. You're going to bounce a card, and you're actually, most of the time you're going to bounce this, because obviously this is only 500 attack, so Seals bounce this back to hand, leave their monster on board, bring out Albaz, and then fusion with their monster. It's very, very good. It come up a couple of times and it was broken. Then Romulus to obviously add your Ravine. Then we've got Unicorn, comes up sometimes to spin a card back. Appaloosa, just in case, you never know. Brawl Sword to go for game, and that's it for rounding off our link monsters. Into our fusions, so obviously we play the 1 Red Eye Slash Dragon. I wanted to play as many Red Eye stuff as I could, but still be kind of playable. And then obviously we've got the 1 Dragoon. I don't want to play more Dragoon because it just feels like, I know Dragoon is a good card, but it makes me feel like a bad player trying to rely on Dragoon too much. But yeah, it was fun overall. And then for the fusions that I was mentioning, so we've got 1 Albion the Branded Dragon, who needs a light material as a monster, and then when this is in the graveyard you can add the branded fusion spell. Then we've got Spring. This one comes up a lot more, because this is just 1 effect monster special summon this turn, so you just use anything that they've special summoned with Albaz, and then if you get to summon this, you're going to fusion again and make Borreload Furious Dragon. Obviously it just needs 2 Dark Dragon monsters, and obviously most Red Eyes monsters are dark. I think the only one is Wyvern that's not, and that's a wind. and so on your opponent's turn, you're going to obviously make these. Then if they carry on trying to extend, you're going to use this to pop this, to pop one of their monsters. And then obviously in the end phase, Albion the Branded Dragon is going to be able to bring you back your Branded in White. And then obviously with Safer, because this is level 8, you can put this back, and then you'll be able to activate Branded in White and make it again using the Albaz in your graveyard. So it does come up, and then potentially if you've discarded like a Dark Magician, you would be able to make Dragoon, or if you discarded Gearfried, you'd be able to make Slash Dragon. So like it does come up in certain scenarios, and it's pretty cool, to be honest. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. I will be doing, so I'm like lowering the amount of things that I do, like the decks and stuff like that, just to like try and focus on a certain archetype or a way to play. So there will be more Red Eyes deck profiles coming, more Dragon Link coming, and then a lot more of like Fallen of Albaz, Despia, Dogmatica, all those fun stuff is all coming soon, including a really funny Scrub League deck profile or casual play deck profile for Albaz going second. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.